Hello and welcome back. In today's video, we discuss 7 worst ways to carry a gun, from waistband carry to even duct tape carry. Yes, people do duct tape their firearms to their bodies. So, stick around and maybe save yourself from a few embarrassing mistakes. We start with one of the absolute worst ways to carry a gun, shoving it in your waistband, also known as Mexican carry. Nothing looks more idiotic than jamming a loaded firearm into your pants without a holster, relying entirely on gravity, luck, and a prayer to keep you safe. It's the ultimate gamble, except instead of betting your wallet, you're wagering your, well, let's just say family jewels. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, just everything. Without a holster, there's nothing protecting the trigger, meaning a sudden movement like a snag on your shirt or even your belt buckle could lead to an unintentional discharge. And no, accidentally shooting yourself is not a cool way to tell people you're carrying. In fact, it's the kind of injury that'll make you the butt of gun jokes among your buddies for the rest of your life. Not to mention, how do you even draw your weapon in an emergency? Do you just yank it out like a samurai drawing a sword? What if it slips and you're left awkwardly fumbling like a magician who's botched a card trick? Bottom line, get a holster. Save yourself the embarrassment and your pants. Another income with is idiotic way to carry a gun is to put it in your pocket without a holster. Because hey, who needs safety when you've got lint, loose change, and your car keys keeping your firearm company? You could even conceal it properly, and onlookers could mistake it for a bar of chocolate. No one would suspect you're carrying. But here's the problem. Actually, here are several problems. First, pockets weren't designed to carry firearms. They're for wallets, snacks, and maybe your phone, not a loaded weapon bouncing around like it's on a carnival ride. Without a holster to cover the trigger, you're one bad fidget away from turning your thigh into mashed potatoes. And good luck explaining to your buddies that you didn't actually shoot yourself in the foot, metaphorically. Oh, and let's not forget the accessibility issue. Imagine you're in an emergency and you need to grab your gun badly. Fumbling through receipts and chapstick to find your gun is the last thing you want to do. By the time you grab it, the moment's long gone. Or worse, it goes off mid-search. Bottom line, your pocket is not a holster, and your Glock isn't a lucky charm. Get a real holster that secures your weapon and protects the trigger, unless you want to make your tailor very rich, fixing holes in your pants. The third worst is the all-time classic ankle carry. While the ankle holster might look cool in spy movies, let's be honest, in the real world, it's more likely to leave you tripping over yourself than saving the day. Let's start with the pros. It's discreet, perfect for when you're sitting down, like in a car or at a desk. It works well as a backup weapon, but that's all there's to it. Now the cons. It's awkward to draw, basically useless if you're running or standing, and puts you in the wonderful position of bending over in the middle of a dangerous situation. Imagine trying to pull your gun while a bad guy is right in front of you. You just handed him an easy target and maybe a glimpse of your socks. But the fun doesn't stop there. If you're not used to the weight on your ankle, get ready for your gun to bounce around like a toddler on a bouncy castle. And let's not ignore the fashion aspect. Try explaining the suspicious lump under your pants leg without sounding like you're smuggling snacks. Ankle carry is great for backup guns, but terrible for action hero fantasies. So, proceed with caution. The fourth worst way to carry a gun is to put it in a purse. Seriously, what's the game plan here? Hope the bad guy politely waits while you rummage through lip gloss, an old granola bar, and that mystery receipt from 3 months ago? Spoiler, he won't. Let's break this down. A gun loose in your purse is like an unsupervised child in a candy store. Definitely bound to cause trouble. Without a dedicated holster or compartment, the trigger is exposed to all the clutter in your bag. Keys, pens, a rogue eyeliner, all waiting to snag that trigger and turn your purse into a surprise firecracker. And the accessibility? Forget about it. By the time you've sifted past your wallet and unearthed the gun, the emergency's over. Or worse, you're in an even bigger mess. Oh, and let's not ignore the security risk. If someone steals your purse, you've given them a free gun with no questions asked. Bottom line, purse carry is fine if you do it right. Invest in a proper concealed carry purse with a secure, dedicated pocket. Otherwise, you're just playing Russian roulette with your tote bag. Next on our list is the small of the back carry, the tactical choice of action heroes and bad decisions. Sure, It looks cool in movies when the protagonist whips out their gun mid-backflip, but in the real world, it's more likely to leave you fumbling awkwardly or flat on your back. Literally. Let's start with the obvious. Comfort. Sitting down with a gun wedged in your spine is about as enjoyable as sitting on a brick. Carry it on long drives, and you're either going to be shifting uncomfortably the whole time, or explaining to your chiropractor why your back suddenly resembles a jigsaw puzzle. And then there's the draw. Imagine trying to grab your gun from behind you under pressure. Are you pulling a weapon or auditioning for the circus? Spoiler, the bad guy isn't going to wait while you contort yourself into an awkward yoga pose to arm yourself. But here's the real kicker. If you fall backward, that firearm becomes a blunt force weapon against you. Congratulations, you've just upgraded a slip and fall into a full-blown hospital trip. Bottom line, small of the back carry is style over substance. Unless you're starring in an action flick, stick to methods that don't risk your spine or your dignity. Next up is the glove compartment carry. Sure, it's convenient if the only emergency you're preparing for is needing to look tough at a traffic stop. First off, let's talk practicality. Emergencies don't come with the 30-second pause button, so you can pop open the glove box, clear the clutter, and calmly retrieve your weapon. By the time you fished it out, the danger has already passed, or worse still, escalated. Plus, have you ever tried to open a glove compartment in a panic? It's not exactly the smoothest operation, especially if it decides to jam at the worst possible moment. Then there's the issue of security. Leaving your gun loose in the glove box is basically an open invitation to thieves. They break into your car for loose change and sunglasses. Imagine their excitement when they stumble upon a loaded firearm. Now let's not ignore the legality. In some places, stashing a gun in your glove box without proper permits or storage can land you in hot water faster than you can say Second Amendment. Moral of the story? The glove box is for napkins, not firearms. Keep your weapon secure and accessible, not buried in a junk drawer on wheels. The last idiotic way to carry on our list is duct taping a gun to your body. The pinnacle of ingenuity and absolute absurdity. Nothing screams master technician like strapping a loaded firearm to your chest, arm, or wherever else you think duct tape can hold up under pressure. Who needs holsters, right, when you can grab some tape and go full James Bond? What could possibly go wrong? Actually, a lot could. Before we delve in, let's address the elephant in the room: comfort. Duct tape wasn't designed for long-term wear. By the time you've sweated through it, you're left with a sticky mess, irritated skin, and possibly a gun dangling awkwardly off your side. Talk about a fashion statement. Half tactical, half disaster. Then there's the safety issue. Duct tape isn't exactly known for its secure grip on heavy objects, especially one as important as a loaded firearm. One wrong move and your gun could go from concealed carry to floor decoration within the space of a second. And let's not even talk about the draw. Imagine peeling back layers of tape while under pressure, only to realize your gun has turned into a tangled mess of adhesive and regret. Bottom line, duct tape is great for fixing broken furniture, not for carrying firearms. Leave the DIY holsters to the internet memes and invest in a proper setup. Let's give some honorable mentions to the other terrible ways people insist on carrying guns, because the creativity of bad decisions is truly limitless. First up, the sock carry. Yes, some people actually think shoving a loaded firearm into their sock is a brilliant idea. Nothing like having a gun sliding down your ankle while you're just trying to walk across a parking lot. Oh, and drawing it? Good luck pulling that thing out without looking like you're doing a weird jig or attempting to tie your shoe in record time. Next, we have the bra holster. While it might sound practical for concealed carry, let's be real, it's just asking for trouble. Between comfort issues and the awkward logistics of drawing a gun from under your shirt, this one is better left in the bad ideas folder. Not to mention, imagine explaining that setup to your friends at the range. And finally, duct taping the gun under a car seat. Because when danger strikes, what you really want is to blindly grope under your seat like you're looking for a dropped french fry. Spoiler alert, fries are easier to grab, and they won't accidentally discharge. Moral of the story? Stick to holsters, folks. Let's keep the creativity for art projects, not firearms. So there you have it, some of the absolute worst ways to carry a gun. From stuffing it in your waistband to duct taping it to your body. These methods are sure to leave you more vulnerable than protected. The takeaway? Always opt for a proper, safe holster that ensures both security and quick access. If you found this video useful or just entertaining, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more practical tips and fun content.